Hey everybody, we are back. We are getting ready to go to my next destination. We are currently at 44 degrees. We are at a 71% battery, which gives us 233 miles estimated. And we are continuing in our standard mode. For this week, just to kind of see the difference between hurry that I normally drive and the standard mode. I also learned today, which I don't know why I didn't know that, but you can only retain so much information. Apparently actually let's just see if it'll start from the parking. It's not known to do this. It's not supposed to be able to do it. Oh, it's thinking about it. We're slowly rolling. Is it gonna do it? Not really. All right, we'll give it just a little tap. There we go. Okay. So I just found out today that for the Cybertruck on FSD, which is full self-driving supervised, it does not utilize the front bumper camera in its, I guess, calculation. So that might explain why it pulls so closely to the car in front when we're at a stop. Because I'm not really noticing much of a difference between hurry and standard as far as the distance. What I do notice is that it will more smoothly brake, and it seems to brake a little sooner than when in hurry. Hurry seems to kind of rush on top of the car in front, and standard seems to slowly ease towards it. So those are really the only difference I'm noticing so far with that stopping in front of a car. The other difference I'm noticing between hurry and standard is slower to respond, a little not skittish, but hesitant more so than hurry. Hurry feels a little more confident in its decision making. And standard is kind of like, hey, I'm just kind of going along and it's all good. Hurry is like you think, oh my gosh, I gotta get there. Neither one are unsafe, don't get me wrong. It's just I guess it's just the feel of the two different versions. I haven't even tried chill mode. I know chill mode is just going to be way too slow, and for me, I kind of like to move on out. If anybody wants me to do a chill, I won't mind doing it. I just know it's a lot slower. It's Friday, Halloween, and we have rain all day today. No, it does not still read signs, school signs anyway. Right now, with this particular one, you only have to do 20 miles an hour if the school kids are present, and they are not, so we're good. Oh, look at this. Since nobody's around, I'm going to let it do this, but did you see it just went right through, went right through that turn only. Didn't even read that, and that's the first time it's done that. And then it corrected over because it saw the yellow lines it was heading to. And I don't know if that would have made a difference with hurry mode versus the standard mode, if it still would have done that exact same error. Now, if cars had been around, I would have taken over and corrected, but for right now, I'm like, let's just see what it does. So yesterday afternoon, I charged it to 80%, and as of right now, we're down to 71%. This is my third drive for the day. I do have Sentry mode on all the time, so that does take some of the battery. We're a little bit colder, so that will take a little bit of the battery. So that kind of accounts for our 9% loss. And the heater's on. I have it set at 73, which we'll take the battery efficiency, but I don't know, I want to kind of be warm. And it will give you how your consumption's doing. It will also tell you range tips on what to do if you need to. So one of the range tips, since we're at a stoplight, I can read this. It says increased climate control activity, air drag, tire drag, and battery conditioning due to cold weather cost 0.6% since you last charged. Low tire pressure cost 0.1% since you last charged. I'll have to see what that is. With cold weather, as you know, their air pressure drops. Going uphill cost you 2.5%, and going downhill saved you 2.5%. So that kind of washed itself out. One of my clients, I wish I was filming at the time, one of my clients' houses with as the steep hill going up. But we went down the same hill, so that's probably why it evens itself up. So I lost range, and then going downhill, I gained it back. So that's that regen braking. So that's why when you take the miles, it's, I don't know. I always use percentages because you're going to gain and lose sometimes the same amount. Sometimes you might gain some of it back. I think the new Model Y Juniper, I believe that front bumper camera is incorporated for FSD driving. I think it might be the only one in the fleet that uses that front bumper camera. I'll have to kind of research a little bit more and see if that is true. I heard something about the Model 3 might use it as well. Some of them don't even have front bumper cameras, and that might be why. So I think as the new ones come out, I think Tesla's starting to put front bumper cameras. So the front bumper camera, even though it's not used for FSD, full self-driving, supervised, it does use it for things like parking. So if it self-parks or moves around, it will use that camera. Whether or not it will eventually be integrated and that will be released and opened up to be able to use the front bumper camera on the Cybertruck is really unknown. We still are on version 13.2.9. If they ever decide to merge the two branches so that we can get the 14 branch, I don't know when that might be. And I've been hearing kind of mixed reviews on it too, on the 14 branch, so I don't know, maybe it's a good thing we're just hanging out in the 13 branch for right now. And again, it's all who you watch, what they're trying to do. Some of the things that happen on the 14.1 version is they've had subtle upgrades they're all the way up to 14.1.4, corrected some of the issues in the earlier versions of the 14. So as with anything, new technology, you're going to have bugs, so you just have to kind of be a little bit patient, but not everybody understands that, and so I think that's why they don't wide release a lot of things. They kind of slowly roll it out, and Cybertruck will probably be the last on the list. So even though it does not use the front bumper camera, it does utilize the 8 other cameras, which is 3 here, 2 fenders, 2 B-pillars, and 1 in the tailgate. And again, Tesla is a vision-based system, so it uses its eyes to kind of monitor everything that's going around. But I do think it might help if we had the front camera utilized in FSD. I don't think it would park as close to the cars in front of it. I was watching another YouTube video. Did you see that red truck pulled right out in front of that white car? And we stopped because that car stopped. So I was watching another YouTuber who had the Cybertruck, and they were saying the exact same thing I was at how close it is. And really, for the front part of it, they're only using this up here. There's 3, so they're only using those 3 cameras, and it's kind of looking down, so that might be why it's doing that. And the fender cameras look down the back side of the car, so you're looking kind of behind you and a little to the side, kind of like a peripheral vision type of deal. And then the B-pillars go angled out, so they kind of see towards the front and then towards the back. And then the tailgate one kind of covers that whole back range. And like I said before, if I could get out of the truck and probably go to the front, there's probably more room between the car in front and where I am than I realize, but it's just the angle of where I'm sitting, and then where, like, I can't even see the hood at all. All I see is the end of the windshield. So there's probably more room than I even realize. Maybe I'll see if I can get Jeff out sometime, and we'll put his truck where this has to actually stop, and then I can get out and kind of see the distance between the 2. And we're coming up onto that road that at least it was closed. We're gonna see if it's closed now, and I think it's still closed, so we're gonna have to take over. Yep, that's closed. Okay, I'm just gonna disengage. I should bring this back out at nighttime when there's maybe not a lot of cars on the road. Because of the way NHTSA is and the regulations, it will always come down to 0 at a stop sign. At one point, this was the other road that was closed off. Again, it looks like it's still open. So let's just see how it navigates all the concrete construction vehicles. right, it did very well. All right, guys, we're off and running, and we will catch you on the next one. Have a great day.